am so happy to welcome to Voice of the Vatican today Mr. Roberto Paglialonga of the Pontifical Council Cor Unum. Welcome to Voice of the Vatican.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, it's wonderful to have you, and of course, Cor Unum does such important work for the Vatican throughout the world. And you, as an official there in charge of media relations, are certainly right in the heart of the good work there. And Cor Unum, the name itself, means one heart. Now, would you tell us about the mission of Cor Unum?
Yes, thank you, Ashley. Cor Unum is the Pontifical Council in charge of the humanitarian emergencies on behalf of the Holy Father and of the Holy See. So we are now working on special projects all around the world where conflicts or humanitarian disaster happen. And on the January 1st, Cor Unum will then start a new life, because it will be integrated in a new structure called Dicastery for the Integral Human Development, together with other pontifical council, like for example the one working for justice and peace, for the migration, and also for hospitals.
Roberto, now the Pontifical Council Cor Unum is of course doing work all over the world, and I know that back in April the Holy Father took a special collection for the Ukraine, and of course that was under the auspices of Cor Unum. Now, would you tell us a little bit about that particular project?
Yes, as you told us, the Holy Father decided a special collection in April, just not to forget the Ukrainian crisis. In June, then, the Pontifical Council Cor Unum and also the Holy See, of course, decided to structure a special committee, a technical committee working in Ukraine, directed by Monsignor Jan Sobilo, which is a bishop in Ukraine, to find and pre-select projects coming from Catholic religious NGOs, but also lay NGOs, international lay NGOs, and to decide where to send the money collected by the special collection decided by the Holy Father. So all the European bishop conferences collected money in the parishes, European parishes. They sent the money to this special committee, technical committee, and now they are evaluating the projects and decided where to send the money.
Know that you also are very active in Syria, Iraq. Would you tell us more about those projects?
Yes, we are working in Syria and Iraq, especially coordinating and inspiring the Catholic NGOs working on the field. We started to follow the crisis from the beginning, from 2011, 2012, and we organize every year a special meeting in the Vatican only for the Catholic NGOs working in there. And so we decided many things with them. We sent a lot of course, donations for the Iraqi-Syrian crisis, and we are very close to the NGOs working there. So, for example, in the last 2 years, we produced a special report on the Catholic aid to the population affected living in Syria and Iraq. On behalf of the Holy Father, of course, and of the Holy See, right from the beginning, so 2011 and 2012, we coordinate and try to inspire the Catholic NGOs working on the field, and we decided to promote every year here in the Vatican a special meeting for the Catholic NGOs working in Syria and Iraq, in Lebanon, in Jordan, and so on, working with the migrants, working with special needs of the population affected, like food, education, sanitation, and so on. In the last 2 years, we realized a special essay on the Catholic aid to the population affected in Syria and Iraq, which was really appreciated in the Holy See, but also outside the Holy See and outside the Church.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Really, that's such an incredible gift. And I know that, in fact, in the Philippines, that you were able to build a whole village, really. Would you tell us about it?
Yes. As you remember, the Philippines were affected by a typhoon, the Haiyan typhoon. So after this typhoon, we decided with the Apostolic Nunciature over there, and also with other NGOs, that the Holy Father and the Holy See had to do something for the population affected. So then we decided to select a project which was a big project coming from the field, in order to build a new village, a small village, I would say, in an island which was affected by the typhoon. And we built houses, we built a special building for aging people, for children who lost parents, for example, a church. So all the needs that the people have, we decided to cope with. And so we built that center because we think, and this is the philosophy inspiring Corunum, that the people have to be helped also either in a material way or in a spiritual one. So this is the way we would like to operate all around the world.
Sure. And Roberto, there are so many humanitarian crises going on throughout the world. How does the Holy Father choose these particular ones to reach out to?
Yeah, sometimes we receive projects or suggestions coming from the Apostolic Nunciature or from special agencies working in the field. We received this project in Corunum, we selected them, and we decided which project we can support, for example, by ourselves. So on Corunum side, I would say. Some other times we finance special project in the name of the Holy Father. So it's the Holy Father or the Secretary of State, for example, that suggests us a special project to finance and to support.
Now, how does media relations fit into all this? Would you tell us more about your role in particular?
Yes, my role together with my bosses is to try to let people know what the church does for poor people and for affected population. Not to say that the church is beautiful and that everything is going well, but just to let people know that when the Pope Francis and the Pope in general speaks about a crisis, then there is something concrete that happened in that region. It was the case of the Ukrainian crisis. It is the case of the Syrian and Iraqi crisis, and we know that Pope Francis speaks almost every week about that and about peace. So we try to do something because we try to let Pope Francis and the Pope be present for the population affected all over the world. We do that, for example, also in Africa, in the Sahel region, or in Latin America, so when people are in need.
And a lot of people don't realize that the Catholic Church is actually the largest charitable arm in the world that's available.
Yes, it is. Even though I have to say that the Catholic Church displays helps to all the people affected. So they are not religious helps, I would say, but they are help to everyone. I have to say something about Africa. In Africa, we own, on behalf of the Holy Father, a special foundation for Sahel, for the Sahel region, which is the poorest one in the world. The helps we send to them, the aids we send to the population goes, for example, in the 60% more to people which are not Catholic and not Christians. So this is something that the Church does for everyone is in need.
Beautiful. A true example of Christian charity and what it authentically is.
It is the love of God.
Yes, that's right. So Roberto, how can our friends back home help out the mission of Pontifical Council Cor Unum?
I would say that the Holy Father is helping people in need. Cor Unum and also the new dicastery for integral human development will be close to people in need. But on the other side, I would say that also people can help the Holy Father and can help our work in the Church. Praying, of course, but also sending materials aid, because the Holy Father needs our help, and we need the help of everyone to help again people in need.
So how would we do that, Roberto? Would we send a donation directly to Cor Unum?
It is possible to send donations directly to Cor Unum through the website, which is now for the moment corunumjubileum.va. But also you can find the bank accounts in our website to do that. So you can do online donations or also using the IBAN or the bank accounts.
It has been a delight to have you here with us, Roberto. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for your good work with the mission at the Pontifical Council, Cor Unum, and thank you for your support of Voice of the Vatican. May God bless you.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, everybody, and God bless you all.